All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room, and we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Watson. And this one hauled in by Will Tye. And a loose football. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Second down, Mayfield again. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver was Rashard Higgins. And now it's 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Flushed out right. Over the middle, complete. It's Higgins. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
And another example of why Baker Mayfield went #1 in the draft. His ability to confound defensive coordinators. They played him for the pass. They covered it well. He takes off with his legs and scrambles for a big gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Extra point forthcoming. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call it.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Carey. Following the interception, Mayfield dancing to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield being chased out left. Looking left sideline, incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Mayfield to throw it, eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Come back, come back. Come back, come back. Tiger. Come back, come back.
Watson just beating the play clock. And a big is here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile.
Come back, come back, come back, come back. Come back, come back. Richmond.
From the gun, here's Watson. Underneath for Miller. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Two jet. Tiger.
Third and long. It's Watson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Olivier Vernon in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what
Put
you
your
do
foot
best.
on the gas.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Mayfield on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 1st down, Mayfield. Buying time to his left. On the crossing route, complete. That's Hunt. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. A run for Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
To throw is Watson. He's going to fire one. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Mayfield now going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Texans scoop it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And down he'll go at the 25. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football, So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Come back, come back. Tiger.
They are going for it. Here's Watson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Carl Davis, never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12.
Detroit!
A first down throw for Mayfield. Dancing to his left. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Raymond now on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Throws right side, and that's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards on the play. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go play action here on first down. Being chased out left. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. They'll run it here with Hunt. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns are pouring it on. Now the try here for the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Raymond now on the return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
To throw on second is Watson. open man is QT complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They give him a gain of 37. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarter.
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Christian Kirksey coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Two jet! Two jet! Two jet! Two jet! Check 13! Check 13! Tiger! 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 Check 15!
Out of the gun, Watson. And the pressure gets to him again. Myles Garrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Down! Green the line! Green the line!
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 31. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with a lead. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats?
Who?
You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to leave the booth.
Forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Browns continue to roll. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Raymond now on the return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, They're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Here's Mayfield. Buying time to his left. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Flush to his right. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. Steps away to his left. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Gone!
They'll toss it to Hunt. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Mayfield to throw it. Flushed out right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Gone!
Beckham, the lone receiver right. Now Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for the rookie Baker Mayfield. And the Browns are pouring it on.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Yeah, 3 touchdown passes. You're right. He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Raymond now on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Dumps it complete to Miller. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it's a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's Watson now on second down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 39. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
To throw, Mayfield, escaping the pressure right. They'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up second down. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Mayfield on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. What a game for the rookie Baker Mayfield. 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Now the extra point. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Richmond.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 more there and another first down. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. Caught left side Hopkins. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans claw one back. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 65 yards. And the Browns continue to roll. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. A toss running left. It's Hunt. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
To throw is Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
We got three. Come back.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Sheldon Richardson in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Faking the give. Now Watson. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Here we go. 3-19.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And it's caught. And that'll put him right on the doorstep of a 200-yard game. He's at 199 as he picks up the first. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down. We got to stand up over there.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They come out here in the eye.
3-19. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward. Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Completion left side to Miller. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Flag 22.
Watson on 1st down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard.
And he's taken down. This will be a Browns sack. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. From the gun, here's Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Texans on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves. but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
On first down, it's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Watson. Underneath for Miller. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Third and long. It's Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Tiger.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the rookie Denzel Ward. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. The Turtles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Why were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Browns, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Texans, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a first-round bye as they dip to 9-3. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long from Houston.
you